Hey everyone, it's Brian Woods from the QTube. I've got something really cool, kind of last minute that I want to share with you, which is a fantastic thing that's happening this weekend. It's an opportunity for those of you that are interested in particular in developing your understanding and knowledge and even experience of orchestral recording sessions. So as composers, I'm sure that's something that's of great interest to everyone. For some of you, it'll be something kind of new and aspirational and maybe a little bit daunting, in which case this is perfect. Some of you might have experience already of working with orchestras, but every day is a school day, so there's always something to learn. And of course, getting the perspective perhaps from people that you've never heard from before is always useful and interesting. So I'll hand over to the people that are organising it and let them tell you a little bit more about it.
Catherine and Robinson, feel free to chip in. Tell us about your New York thing that's coming
Yeah,
up.
Brian, thanks so much for talking to us about this. We're doing a 1 day masterclass
Mm-hmm.
in New York City, but the great news is that it's completely available online as well.
Okay.
And the goal of this masterclass is to really share what a professional recording session looks
Mm-hmm.
like film scoring,
Mm-hmm.
or this also applies to video game scoring or any kind of multimedia um, scoring where you're, working on a piece of music, usually under a time crunch.
Mm-hmm.
We have a mixed ensemble, so we have strings as well as two brass and two woods. So also how to approach that kind of ensemble. Talking about striping, or in the UK, you call it stemming, where you
Mm-hmm.
sometimes split up the ensemble and record them in
Yeah.
different pieces. So it
Thanks
makes
for
it easier to mix. Yeah.
thanks for translating. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no worries. We learned that when we were recording it there, and we started talking about striping, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" So
Uh-huh.
we will definitely cover that too, because we are dealing with an international audience, both online
Yeah.
and in person. We have people coming from UK
Oh
and
wow, great.
Australia, as well as New York natives.
Okay. So you have like 12 places actually in
Physically.
situ and then
Yeah, right.
unlimited online, is it?
Yeah, unlimited online.
Okay.
And we'll have online, we'll have like a lot of different angles. So, kind of for our purposes of the masterclass, seeing what's happening in the booth, right? In the recording
Yeah.
booth, how direction is being given, the conversations with between the composer and the engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and also the composer's support team. So the booth reader, which is the person
Mm-hmm.
sitting beside the composer who also has a copy of the music and is also giving feedback and is an extra set of ears.
Mm-hmm.
And usually Joe Carrillo, part of our team, is
Mm-hmm.
my booth reader. And
Mm-hmm.
then Robin's role often in recording sessions, just because he's so good at it, is take notes. And if you want to talk about that real quick, Robin.
Yeah, take notes is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically somebody needs to do the literal job of writing down um, every single take, what was recorded, what the composer or producers felt about the recording, anything that was especially good
Mm-hmm.
or wasn't good, and then noting for the next take what was changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we want everything up a dynamic,
Yeah.
or we want to tacit the violins on this, so that later when the composer and the mix engineer go back to look for exactly their favorite takes, which are not always the same ones that were their favorite on the day. It's
Yeah.
very clear to them exactly what is in every take and where they should look for the, the music that they want when they're
Yeah.
finding it.
Yeah. Take notes save you in
Yeah.
the mix,
Sure.
and especially when you're mixing fast, or you remember this take being really good, but then you're like, oh my gosh, that bar was completely out of tune. And instead of retuning it, which you can do obviously now with the great tools we have, but you can look through the take notes and be like, oh, this other take also had this section
Mm-hmm.
performed really well. And so it just makes it much easier. And
Mm-hmm.
also the thing you'll see is Robin is also in constant communication with the engineer,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure that, you know, the specifics of what take it is, what pass it is the same in the take notes as
Okay.
in the in the Pro Tools session. So all these little
Yeah.
details that often
Yeah.
you don't think about
Sure.
when you're going into a recording session, and often aren't taught.
Yeah.
And They may be taught, but even for a lot of people who've gone through undergrad or master programs about scoring, they haven't seen a
Mm.
professional
Yeah.
recording session. They haven't just been able to sit there and observe. And
Mm.
for our online participants, one of our team, Joe Carrillo, will actually be online with everyone the whole time, so he can ask questions as we go,
Okay.
and also make sure that we in the room see the questions, so we
Yeah.
can also interact with our
That's
wonderful
great.
Zoom
Yeah.
participants. So we're trying to make it as interactive for the
Interactive.
Zoom folks.
Yeah.
And if you are on Zoom, if you are like coming in from the UK, you'll see everything through Zoom and be able to chat through Zoom, but you'll be hearing everything through audio movers.
Okay.
It's just a link, another link that you get,
Yeah.
but it's a direct feed from the board.
Yeah.
So sometimes through Zoom, things can sound okay, maybe a little garbled. Through audio movers, it sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fantastic.
And then you'll also be able to see the room where the musicians are performing as well. So we'll have a few different angles going on.
Yeah.
Zoom,
No,
so you get the full experience.
It's amazing. I mean, I've sat in on some sessions now, luckily enough. I've sat in on some of the Score Relief winner sessions, and I sat in with Fames as well, with Mike Ladisser.
Yes.
I was actually there in person, and I've also done some audio movers remote listening as well. And I really recommend it. It's fantastic.
Absolutely.
There's nothing.
So we
like
would
it.
love to have as many of the
Mhm.
QTube folks as possible hanging out with
It's
us.
a great opportunity. How long roughly? How long roughly are you expecting the session or the masterclass to run for?
So we're going to do an intro from Eastern Standard Time from 9:30 to 10. So where we just kind of give everyone a quick chat about what's about to happen, and then the actual recording session is a 3-hour session.
Okay.
So it's a lot of time in the room. The first 2 hours will be moving a little slower. So we'll record things, we'll chat about it. It'll be a bit more of a conversation, maybe have the musicians chime in about things.
Yeah.
But the final hour will be a professional session where we will move quickly.
Right.
Because we want to give people the real experience of when you're recording a score for movie or a
against
TV
the
show
clock kind of thing,
and you're against the clock. This is how quickly you move. And
that is one of the real features of the live session is the sense of the clock ticking. That's quite dramatic, really.
And how the communication with the team gets very streamlined. Initially we're going to be kind of not exaggerating, but really bringing attention to the different communications we have. But a lot of times the conversation between me and Robin and Joe is completely seamless. I remember we were on a session recently, and this is literally how it happened. I turned around to Joe and I said, bar 38. And he's like, it was that way in the session. And I said, okay. And that was the extent of the conversation. Now, what was happening was I was seeing the music and I was like, that's not really how I would approach what we had going on there. And this is something I was producing. I wasn't the composer on it. The composer was sitting next to me. So we're wanting to be sensitive to their feelings too. So I turned around to ask that question to Joe to be like, is this a mistake? Should we do this better? Or is this the intent of the composer? And should we leave it this way? And the way he answered back to me was like, this is how it was written, I know what you're talking about. This is what the composer intended. It's like, okay, it stays. And that's the only thing we needed to say in that situation.
Fantastic.
And that comes from being a well-oiled machine and just having worked together as a team for so long.
And just out of interest, what's the music that's going to be recorded? What are they working with?
Yeah, so we're doing pieces that we actually wrote for this session. So a piece that I wrote, the reason I feel like I look like I just rolled out of bed is because I literally rolled out of bed and just started finishing this piece. It's staring at me right now, being like, work on me. Piece that Robin wrote. Robin, you want to talk about? You've kind of branched out and done something different this time on your piece.
Oh my, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just sort of whimsical with like a comping jazz drum beat going and every violin playing something different.
Great.
I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be kind of tricky.
Yeah.
I definitely was looking at it going, what am I doing? But it's a really fun piece of music, so I'm excited about it.
So, and then
I
we
would
have,
expect nothing less from you, you know.
exactly. I mean, and then we have a piece by Joe Carrillo, a piece by
Mm,
Ida Akbal,
okay.
which will be
Cool.
more of like the orchestral or chamber orchestra
Mm.
arrangement for one of her songs. So like, you know, kind of what it looks like when you're doing something more in the pop
Yeah.
songwriter rock space.
Yeah.
And then also our wonderful Joy Music House intern that we have right now has also written a beautiful piece as well. So, you know, our goal is to provide things that are from slightly different perspectives and backgrounds. So people just get
Yeah.
different, you know, kind of a range of experiences. My piece is actually something that I wrote for a film that I just finished, and I've changed it up a bit and arranged it for this ensemble. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You
amazing.
know, like
Yeah.
we always say studio days are the best days. So
Yeah.
we would just love your crew to come and join us and
Sure.
to hear from them. That would be
Well,
fantastic.
hopefully they will. So there's a cost involved for attending in person, but is there a cost? Yeah, there is a cost also for online participation as well.
There is a cost for online. We do have a discount for QTube members.
Okay. Right, thank
And
you.
the cost it not only gets you, you know, the benefit of coming online to the session,
Mhm.
but we're also going to send you a whole packet that we have put together
Mhm.
from Joy Music House. So we have a, you know, a professional Sibelius template that
Mm.
we like to use, and then also packets regarding composing, orchestrating, engraving,
Mhm.
and setting up Pro Tools sessions. So
Mhm.
all of the things that go before
Yeah.
Downbeat, right?
This sounds great. And
Yeah.
it dovetails, as you said, Robinson, to me privately. This really dovetails nicely with the stuff that we've been doing as well. So
It really does. I think it's a real compliment to the great work you've been doing at QTube.
yeah, thank you. And thank you for extending the discount to our members. Much
Of
appreciated.
course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that
Well,
kind
thanks
of
so
covers
much,
it.
Brian.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. Good luck with getting it all together.
Thanks. And on that note, we need to go to another meeting to
Okay.
continue exploring that.
All
But
right. Take care, guys. Lovely to
yeah,
see
it's
you.
great to see you.
Yeah,
Good to see you,
all the
Brian.
best. Bye.
Talk soon. Bye.